Today, the Nevada Supreme Court gathered at the Nevada State Capitol to certify the results of the 2024 general election. Josh Meny was there for us. He joins us now after speaking with Nevada's Secretary of State, Cisco Aguilar. Josh?
Yeah, Kristen, well, as everyone recalls, Nevada did not call the presidential election and the U.S. Senate race until Saturday, 4 days after Election Day. And despite recent investments, our state is still lagging when it comes to the vote count. Secretary Aguilar is considering floating tighter deadlines to address this, but he is being cautious about committing to any specific plans.
When you have competitive races with slim margins, you have to ensure the efficiencies are there and the processes are there to give voters the transparency that they deserve.
While the initial vote results didn't get posted until just before 10 p.m. on November 5th, Election Day, the main reason behind Nevada's slow vote count was mail voting, with ballots still being counted on Saturday, provided they were postmarked by Election Day.
The operations of the local counties, each of them has different processes, different ideas of how they're going to process their ballots, and we just need to look at it again, make it uniform across the 17 counties, but also increase that efficiency.
Governor Joe Lombardo expressed frustration on X about the Election Integrity Act, which he introduced during the 2023 regular session, which would have required mail ballots to be received before polls closed. Secretary of State Cisco Aguilar plans to work with counties to identify areas for improvement before meeting with legislators.
There's a lot of nuances to that. Each county is different, but obviously we had 90% of the vote out election night, which was a big thing to be able to look at the presidential race and have a confirming idea of what Nevadans wanted and expected. But then the last 10% took a little bit of time, especially in Clark County.
And with the upcoming Nevada legislative session starting in early February, legislators have already filed a bill draft request aimed at election reform.
It's my responsibility to talk with the governor's office and then to talk with legislators and see what the appetite is for doing things we need to do. I think we don't have to touch existing legislation, but we can look at regulations or statute that increase the operations of our local county officials.
One new piece of technology that the state couldn't use this election was individual mail ballot tracking.
Every mail ballot in Nevada has an individual tracker. We have the data, and we wanted to use this data in this election to be able to tell voters how many mail ballots were outstanding and how many were going to be coming in after the election day. Unfortunately, we weren't comfortable with releasing that data, but we will get better at understanding it and dissecting it to be able to give voters the transparency that they want.
And on December 17th, the 6 electors from Nevada will gather on the campus of University of Nevada, Reno to cast the final vote. University is promoting more civic engagement among students and younger Nevadans, and former Governor and UNR President Brian Sandoval will be present for the elector submission. Covering voters aside, Josh Meny, 2 News Nevada.